Hey guys, so in this video we're going to talk a bit more in depth about the actual barcode workflow in Riverr. Now hopefully you've already seen the barcode workflow video actually in the shop. It's really cool going through the whole process, but we're going to do it from behind the scenes and show you exactly how we do that within Riverr. Okay, we're going to jump right into it, and there's a few things that you're going to want to do before you even get started with it. And the first one is that you're going to want to integrate a shipping provider. Now we suggest that you integrate with EasyPost. It's free and there's no monthly cost for it. It has discounted rates. It's very similar to ShipStation, but it's free. So that's what we would suggest integrating with, and all you have to do is add your API key here. You can also use ShipStation if you want. If you're a longtime user and you just love using them, you can, but as you'll see, you won't have to actually be in ShipStation, so it doesn't necessarily help to have a ShipStation account unless there's other features that you really like that you want to keep using. So either one is fine, but if you're just getting started, I would say definitely go with EasyPost, just my opinion. But the other thing you're going to want to do is integrate with one of our printer integrations. So here you see the Brother printer integration, and what that'll allow you to do is once we have our barcodes, you'll be able to scan that barcode and it will process that image based on the color of the shirt and the placement and all those things, and it will create the file and it'll send it directly to your Brother printer. All you have to do is click the actual print button on the printer, and you'll just scan it and it'll print it. That's it. And so that's not just for Brother. We do have other integrations as well for other printers, but those are the two integrations that you will want to have before you start the actual barcode workflow. But other than that, that's it. We're ready to go. And so what we're going to do is do have a look at some of the other videos that we have specifically about orders and about listings, and that'll help you to understand how this works. But basically what happens is you have this active orders area here, and anything that is in active orders, all of the items from your active orders will be sent to your items page within manufacturing. So we're going to go there now. And as we can see, there's not very many here. This is actually just one order. Most of the times you'll have a bunch of orders, which means a bunch of items. Now they're not grouped by order, they're actually grouped by the blank, the color, and the size. And so the reasoning for that is because when you're picking it, it'll be very helpful to be able to, excuse me, it'd be helpful for your picker to be able to reach into one bin, or the specific, your white small unisex jersey 3001 bin one time, instead of going through your orders and picking from the same bin multiple times. You're going to save a lot of time when you are picking. And then the other thing is that you can also filter by any of these different things: shirt color, size, whatever. And this is helpful, for white shirts. Obviously there's different print times, different dry times. So maybe you want to only do the white shirts that you have on this list, or any of these different things. Whatever makes the most sense for your shop, you can do that. You can filter by that specific thing, and it'll only pull up those items on this list. And lastly, if you'll notice here, probably wondering what this different colored item is here, and the reason for this is it's showing us that this actually isn't in stock currently. So it's saying that we need one for the orders to fulfill, but we have 0 stock on hand. Now, we could filter these out by in stock. That's generally what we would do, and then we can make a batch of the things that we actually have on hand, so that when we go through the process and we're picking, we know that there's going to be shirts there to be picked for those orders. Okay. In our case, we're going to go back really quick, and because I've made a purchase order and it does contain this item for this order. There's another video that is specifically for your purchase orders and inventory. It outlines how to do all of that. It's very automated, very easy, but we're not going to walk through that here. But what I will do is I'm going to mark this one as received. This is the last purchase order that I made. And so now when I go back down to our items page, you can see that it's no longer that color, and it shows that we do have one on hand. So now we're ready to batch these items. And like I said, this is just one order. Usually you'd have a lot of different items from a lot of different orders here, but we're going to batch these items. Okay. And now we're going to go down to your batches page. And here you're going to find just a list of all the different batches that you've made. And if we go in here, we can see that same list of the items that we just batched. And once again, they're sorted by blank, by color, and by size for the person who is picking these items. And now you can download the CSV if you want. Normally we wouldn't within the workflow, but if for some reason you need it, that's there. But what we do need is this download PDF button. So we're going to click on that. And when we open it, you can see here that we have these specific labels for those items. So the person who's picking, they can see this is a 3001 white small. They can go directly to that bin. And as we can see, there's a second one here. So they can see how many are there. They can pick however many there will be from that. And they place those labels onto the shirts and they're ready to go. So now when this barcode is scanned, like we said for the the printer integrations, when they scan it, it will go directly to the printer and it'll be printed. That's a different video. Please check that one out. The other time that we will scan this barcode is at the shipping stage. So we're going to talk a bit about that now. So when that person scans it, they will actually see this page right here. And this page gives us all the information. Like, we can download the image if we want. Once again, we do have direct printer integration, so you probably don't need this. But you can download the image, the production image. You have all the information here of the item, who it's billed to. You can look at the order details. But the person who is at the quality control area, or maybe your shipping station as well, they're either going to want to reprint it if there's something wrong with the print, or they're going to click on ready to ship if it looks good and it's ready to go. So we're going to do that. We're going to click on ready to ship. Okay, and so this is saying it's assigned to bin 2. This order status is partially complete. We printed 1 and we have 3 remaining. And so okay, so we put that item into bin number 2. Now, these bins are physical bins that we've made in our shop. And so the reason we have bins is because we're pulling the items out of your orders, right? So how do we get those items back into their order, the correct order? And the answer to that is bins. So when the item comes off of the dryer, we click on ready to ship, where if there's more than one item in an order, then it's going to assign it to a bin. And so it doesn't matter where the second, the third, the fourth items are in the workflow. As soon as they come through, the system will recognize, okay, this is part of this order number, and here, I'll show you here real quick. There's another tab called bins. And on the bins page, it's going to show you that this is our bin name. We just assigned it to bin number 2. The order ID that's in this bin is this order ID. So when any other items come through, they will also be assigned to bin number 2. As you can see, this is the one that we just marked as ready to ship. So this is printed. The remaining items are these 3. So if you ever get lost, you want to know where a specific order is, you can find that by going to your bins and seeing where they're at. So that can be helpful at times as well. But we're going to go back to our batches, and we're going to go ahead and mark the rest of these as ready to ship. So once again, it's saying items printed 2 and remaining items is 2. So we say OK. Items printed 3, remaining is 1. Got one more. Okay. So now this order status is complete, and we need to retrieve the items from bin number 2. So we're going to click on Ship Now. And what this does is simply it takes you to the order details page. And what you can do is print out the label from this page directly. So what you need to do is the person who's shipping is going to make sure, okay, do I have 2 of these? Do I have 1 of these and 1 of these? And if I do, then I'm going to create the label for it. I just need to click on create label. Now, this will only work if you have that integration with EasyPost or ShipStation set up. So make sure that that's done. Then you'll be able to click on this and create the label. It'll automatically pull in the address, and I think that is correct there. And we'll get the rates. Now it's pulling it in directly from EasyPost. So now we're going to use priority, and we're going to create this label. All right, so now it's created the label directly from EasyPost. We can see here where it's being shipped to. We can print it directly from here, and it's always going to live here. So if we need to search for the order, we can do that. But basically, the person who's going to be shipping the order can do that from here. So that's it. And so once again, we're from the items page, the person who will be picking is going to sort it into different batches. They'll make those batches, and then they'll pick it. They'll put the label on the shirts. It's going to come through the workflow. The person at the printer is going to use the specific printer application to process the images and send them to the printer and print it. And then after it comes through there, your quality control or shipping person will be putting it into bins. And from the bins, once the last item comes to the bin, you're going to ship it out by just clicking on that create label button. And so everything is contained within Riverr, and you don't have to do anything extra. It's all here, and really a pretty simple and easy workflow. We've loved using it so far. It's been working really well for us. So yeah, I hope it's just as easy for you. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'd be happy to help. If you click on print here, this is the packing slip as well. So like I said, everything's here, and please do check out the other videos to know how you get to this point, to the manufacturing workflow. But anyways, my email is brad@riverr.app, and just let me know how you're liking it. If you have anything that you think need to be improved on, I'd be happy to hear that as well. So thanks, guys.